Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I did not send the homework because I'm at my grandmother's place still. There has been a delay. Tomorrow night I'll be at home.
Okay, okay, Shritesh. Send all of it together, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Let us check all your homeworks. I don't think all of you have sent. Adrit has sent. Aishwarya has sent. Ashwat, you did only special homework?
No, ma'am.
Okay, wait, let me check. Okay. Deepika, homework. Where's your homework?
Ma'am, I'll send it right now.
Yeah. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, Deepika, send me a homework.
Ma'am, we can't see your screen.
Is it not visible, guys?
It is visible.
Please check your connectivity.
Ma'am, shall I rejoin it?
Yeah, rejoin.
Ma'am, now it's fine.
Okay. 1 minute, guys. One minute, I'm having connectivity issue here. Just in case if it disconnects, please rejoin. Just wait for me 1 minute. Okay, all right. My screen's all visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we saw the different characteristics for which we consider an organism to be living or not. All right. So we saw reproduction and we saw growth, respiration. Just a minute, please. Hello. அக்கா வீட்டுக்கு வந்துட்டேன்க்கா அதான் கால் பண்ணேன். ஓகேக்கா ஓகே பாய். Yeah, so we saw all these characteristics. So apart from these, we have few more characteristics which should be seen. So we have we discussed 6 of them, right? So now we have the 7th one, which is movement. Okay, so you know that animals, they move from one place to another, and they also show other body movements. And also the plants, they are generally, they are anchored to the soil and they do not move from one place to another like the animals. However, substances like water, minerals, and food and all inside the plant, they move. So plants also show other kinds of movement like the opening of the bud, the flowering of the plants and all that. So that is the plant movement. Okay, so first point, we can talk about migration. You know, the animals move from migration. Then you have movement of organs when it comes to the animals. When it comes to the plants, we have then also apart from that, you have these are movements between the plants. So this is another characteristic, that is the movement. Okay, so we have these 7 characteristics, which is nutrition, respiration, growth, response to stimuli, excretion, reproduction, and movement. All right, so these are the 7 important points which you all should remember. Okay, I might ask questions from this. So now we're going to see a new concept which is called the adaptation. Adaptation is what we're going to see. So we're going to see how animals adapt. So animal adaptation. Okay, so what is adaptation, guys?
Ma'am, the process of animals getting suited to to its environment.
Exactly. So basically, the ability of the animal to get habituated or to get along with the environment around them. They're getting used to the environment like
And
around them, so that they can easily adapt to it. Right. So the presence of specific features or certain habits which enable a plant or an animal to live in its surrounding is called adaptation. So this proper definition is
Ma'am, homework.
no, this is a definition. It's called adaptation. All right. So you know that different animals are adapted to their surrounding in different ways. So different animals adapting different ways. Like for example, you know that fish has slippery scales on their body. Why?
Ma'am, so that it cannot be eaten by other large fishes or other.
So it cannot be caught hold of humans easily, or cannot be eaten by, you know, caught by other prey, like cannot be a prey for other animals, you know, easily. So that's why it's very slippery. Okay. So what these scales, what they will do is they protect the fish, and they also help them in easy movement in the water. Being slippery, they can glide easily through the water. All right. So this is adaptation. Now, if this is the definition of adaptation, then what is habitat? What is habitat?
It's the home of an animal where it lives and grows.
One person at a time. Raise your hand. Yeah, Deepika. I'm not audible, Deepika. Can you try typing your answer? I can't hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, better.
ma'am, habitat is the place where an organism lives and moves.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Aishwarya. Okay.
And so, habitat means there's an environment where animals live.
Say it again.
Yes, ma'am.
Say it again. Say it again.
A man habitat means like an environment where animals live.
Okay, very good. Advika.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, all the living organisms generally they need a place to live. Like in their surroundings, they should have food, water, and air to live. A place where an organism live is called its habitat.
Okay. Right. So exactly. So the place where an organism lives is called its habitat. Okay. So the surrounding when an organism survives is an habitat. Okay. So you know that the organisms they completely depend on the habitat for what? For food. What else?
Water, air, shelter.
Shelter, air, and all the other needs. Okay. So habitat means it's basically like a home. So habitat is nothing but it's the home for the animals. Okay. So several kinds of plants and animals, all these. So it's a home for all the plants and animals that is living in that area. Okay, now we're going to see something called as the biotic component. Biotic and abiotic components. So what is the meaning of biotic and abiotic?
Ma'am, I think bio means earth.
Okay, anybody else?
Ma'am, I think biotic is related to earth.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody else can just answer. Okay, it's very simple term this is. Bio. Bio means what?
Earth.
Bio means earth.
Sorry, ma'am.
What is the meaning of biology, guys? What is bio? What is the meaning of biology?
Ma'am, body.
This is subject.
Hello.
Subject, yeah, I can hear you. The subject, but what is the subject? Yeah, tell me, Ra.
Bio ma'am, about the body.
Bio means life. Exactly. Who said that?
Ma'am, Deepika.
Very good, Deepika. Bio means life. So, biology, logy means study. Logy is the Latin word for study. Logos means study. From there only they got logy. So, biology means study of life. That is the meaning of biology. So, if bio means life, abbio means
Non-studying of a life means non-living thing.
non-living thing. Exactly. Okay. So bio means life. Abiotic means non-living. Biotic means living components. Abiotic means non-living components. Okay. So biotic and abiotic components are the components of the habitat. So what are the components of the habitat? Because in a habitat, there can be both biotic or abiotic components. Okay. Now, biotic component means all the living components of a habitat. That is like the plants, animals. Abiotic means what else will come? Houses, rocks, sand. soil, everything, all the non-living will come under abiotic. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is this visible to all of you all? The Zoom
Yes,
is in.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now we have something called the terrestrial habitat. What is the meaning of terrestrial? What is the meaning of terrestrial?
Ma'am, living on land.
Living on land. Excellent. So terrestrial means land. Okay, so terrestrial habitat means land habitat. So all the plants and animals that live on the land are said to be terrestrial habitats. So give me examples of terrestrial habitats.
Ma'am, like
Ma'am,
elephant.
go.
Terrestrial habitat example. I'm not giving you terrestrial.
Ma'am, horse.
Earth. How will you say earth?
Ma'am,
No.
horse.
Cactus.
No. That is not. Listen to the question carefully. Terrestrial habitat example. I'm not giving you, asking you to give me example of components. I'm giving you, asking for examples of habitats.
Ma'am, leopard.
Listen to my question clearly before answering, Advika. I'm asking about terrestrial habitat examples, not component example.
Ma'am, soil.
Soil. Okay, soil.
Water.
Grass.
Water won't come under land. Water is separate, no?
Grass.
Grassland. Then
Mountain.
deserts, all the coastal regions, all these are on land only, no? So all these are
Plateau.
terrestrial. Which one, da?
Plateaus.
Plateaus, yes. So all these
Wetlands.
wetlands, definitely. So all these come under terrestrial habitats. Okay. The water which you said will come under another habitat which is called aquatic habitat.
I think aquatic habitat means habitat in water.
Yes. So the habitat of plants and animals that live in water are called aquatic habitats. Give me examples.
Oceans.
Whales.
Habitats, not whales. Whales are animals.
Lakes.
Lakes.
Pond.
Pond,
River.
river.
Hello.
Yeah, very good. So all these, okay. So all these are swamps. So all these are examples of aquatic habitats. So aquatic habitats can either be freshwater or marine water. Okay. Freshwater means the river, then the pond, all these are freshwaters. Okay. The oceans, that is a sea, all these are marine. Okay. So yeah, this is all you need to know. Please make note of it. Ask me if you have any doubts.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible. So can I rejoin?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am,
Yeah, da.
ma'am, I got I can say something I got that marine habitats are aquatic habitats, salt concentration, which are more than 1%.
Come again.
Marine habitats are aquatic habitats with salt concentration which is more than 1%.
Marine habitats. No, I'm not getting it again. Can you say it for one last time?
Like marine habitats are the aquatic habitats which have salt concentration more than 1%.
1%. Okay, I'm not aware of anything like that. But as far as I know that like it's actually more than 1% in the sense it's not just 1%, it's more than that, like almost 30% more it will be. It's not just 1%. That's what I know. Where did you learn this?
Ma'am, just now I was just searching for what is marine habitat.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently I got in that what is exactly marine habitat.
Okay, okay. I'm not aware of that. Maybe it might be true what you said, but I'm not sure of it. You guys, you all can make note of it and ask me if you guys have any doubt. Please text me if any doubt. I clarify it after everybody's done writing. Okay, we'll do this because when someone's writing, it's getting confused for everyone else. Okay. Guys, tell me when all of you are done, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm done. I show you.
Ma'am, this is Soumya and I'm done. Ma'am, this is Deepika. I'm done.
Ma'am, this is Adit. I'm done. Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is the word beside fresh water in aquatic habitat?
Sorry, which word?
Ma'am, below in aquatic habitat beside fresh water.
Marine.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, this is Ritesh. I'm done.
Okay, anybody left? Who else is left? Okay, okay. Do it quickly and tell me.
Done the work.
Okay. Any doubts so far, guys? Anybody has any doubt? Okay, all right. So there'll be certain extra information I'll be giving now. Just give me 1 minute. Now let's look at the different components of habitat. Okay. So always a habitat can be divided into, you know, that two components. What are the two components?
Ma'am, biotic and non-biotic.
Abiotic. So in biotic, you have three main organisms. One is plants, the other one is animals, and the other one is microorganisms. That is small and not it's not visible in naked eye. On abiotic, you mainly have light, temperature, water, land, that is soil, and air. These are the important components. Okay, so now I'll be explaining only each one of them. I won't write notes. So what you guys can do is you guys can have running notes. Running notes means as I keep saying you important points, you can make note of it. Okay. So sunlight, you know that. Come to, yes.
Ma'am, so now shall we write? Can we write this?
Yeah, you can write. Okay. So sunlight, you know that from coming to light first. Sunlight, you know, it's very essential for every organism, be us human beings or even the plants. So sunlight is essential for the survival of all the biotic components because the sunlight is the main source of energy for all the living organisms. So sunlight, what it does, it affects the growth, the flowering, the germination of the seed, and many other things it does to the plants. So even in indoor plants, you know that the indoor plants put in the shade for a long time, they grow fast, but they're not as strong as the plants that grow in the sun. They become the ones that grow in the shade and all, they're very delicate, they're very weak. So for the plants. All right. So light, it also affects the animals. The animals like the living in the cave and the one in the burrows like the rabbit and all. You know that they have very less sunlight in the caves and the burrows. So what they have is they have a poor vision of eye. Their eyesight is not as strong as the animals that is in the sun. Okay. So in some animals like these what do we say, very deep, and these wild rat and all, they have very very poor eyesight and some of them are blind also. So this is the source, like you can clearly see that light is becoming the source of energy as well as the source of sight. So without light you cannot see, without light you cannot have any energy. So we have a new term called as the nocturnal animals. Have any of you heard this term?
Mom, is the animals that sleep at night and are awake in the day, right?
Exactly. So they're you're telling the opposite. They sleep at the day and they're awake at night.
I'm like bats.
Yeah, exactly, like bats. So some animals like bats and cockroaches and owl and all, they're active during the day, active during the night, and they sleep during the day. All right. Now, this is all about light you need to know. Coming to temperature. Temperature, what do we say? Temperature, you know that when we heat something up, the more heating, the more it spreads, more it expands. So, temperature regulates growth. Okay, growth, movement, then reproduction, immunity. So, fever and everything. Only if you have fever, you know that there is bacteria in your body. So, all this helps in reproduction and all the other important aspects of life. So, animals living in these hot areas, like snakes, desert rat, and all, that they won't be able to get enough water. So, they have very thick skin, so they don't sweat easily and lose water. Even desert animals like camel and all, they have long legs that will help them to lift above the ground to avoid the direct hot temperature of the ground. Okay, this is all you need to know about temperature. Coming to water, all the living organism, without water we cannot survive itself. So these are like a root, that aquatic plants. Let's take aquatic plants for example. Now the root system of the aquatic plants is very poorly developed. It need not be very highly developed because the root, it doesn't need to put any effort to get water. It's already in the water. So it is very poorly developed. And they have air filled cavities. Like, you have seen lotuses and all. The lotus leaf is like this. So this leaf part over here, it floats and it's also a bit bulgy. It's bulgy means all the water is like stored over here, and why it is outside is to get from the sunlight. All right. So even the leaves. Now take the desert plants. Desert plants are well developed and they have root systems, and stem is like spongy and all, depending on the hot temperature. All right. And soil, we need not learn much. Just simply how soil is. Air also, you know what soil. Yes.
Ma'am, like for the oceans, there are very deep. Some plants are there, right?
Yes, there are
Ma'am,
like
so how
50.
they will grow? They are
They'll grow
just
in the water.
getting the light, right? To see.
I don't understand. What are you trying to ask?
Ma'am, like in the oceans, the deep, if you'll see, there are some plants and some water animals. So
Yeah.
water animals will get light for only seeing. That much light is only possible to go. Then how the plants can grow?
The plants don't need eyes, no. The plants can just grow on its own. Why does the plants need to see? Huh?
Ma'am,
Does anybody like understand what she's actually trying to ask?
no, ma'am. I'm not saying that the plants have eyes. The other animals have light just to see. But the plants, they have just the light to grow little bit, right?
No, that much of light is enough. That's why we studied about shady plants and all. No, there's only some more. There is some certain amount of sunlight some plants need to grow. So plants that live deep under the ocean, little bit of sunlight is enough.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Please make note of it, guys. Is any doubt, please ask me.
Ma'am, I wrote.
You all must whatever I taught you like so far now. So make notes of whatever I like taught you.
Ma'am, what is the word below soil? It's very blurry.
Air da air.
Oh yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not understanding the homework of first question.
What is response to stimuli? What are biotic components? Special homework is explain about aquatic habitat.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
And this is a 3-time dialogue.
Okay, da. Okay.
I'm done, Aishwarya.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is Kirti Chandra.
Okay. Anybody else left? Okay, you guys, I hope all of you have taken note of the homework. You can leave the class.